guys, so I'm here to do my March book haul. I have 13 books altogether. One is from a chain bookstore, one was given to me, 2 are from the Book Depository, and then the rest are from 2 different secondhand bookshops. Okay, so the first one is the one from the chain bookstore, which is Hard Times by Charles Dickens. It's one of the Penguin English Classic Library editions. They're all really, really beautiful. They're the nicest paperback covers that I've seen in a while. I basically chose this one because I need more Charles Dickens on my shelves, and it has neon green horses, so what's not to love about that? The next 2 are my Book Depository ones. The first one is The Little Prince. I actually got a bookmark this time. I don't usually get them from the Book Depository. And it's a Wordsworth Classic Edition. It's not the highest quality one. Like, the pages feel just like really cheap paper, and illustrations are kind of fuzzy, but I've never read it before, so if I like it, I can always buy a nicer edition. Next book, also from the Book Depository, is 13 Reasons Why. It's a little beat up because I was carrying around my purse for the month. Yeah, so basically this book is about a girl named Hannah who decides that she's going to kill herself. And before she does, she makes 13 tapes. Now each tape is about a different person and how they affected her decision to take her own life. It's a really interesting book. I really liked it. Next one was given to me, and it is My Friend Flicka. Super old edition. It was my grandmother's brother's when he was in school. It's got beautiful illustrations. I don't know how well they're going to show up on camera. And then the rest are from 2 different secondhand bookshops. The first is my favorite secondhand bookshop. I absolutely love it. She has a great selection of antique books that I like. And the first one I got was from the bargain table there. I think I paid $2 for it, and it's the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society. I've heard about this one before. I like the fact that it's written as if it's written like a series of letters, which I like, and it's also, obviously, you can tell from the name, about books, and it takes place in post-World War II, so other than that, I don't know much about it, but it's a short book. So the next one is Nick Hornby's A Long Way Down. It's a massive book. It's like an arc-sized book. I don't think it is an arc. And I don't know much about it. I just know I've heard of Nick Hornby, and I've never read any of his stuff, so I picked it up. I think it was $7. And I'm just going to read you the blurb from the back. It says, New Year's Eve at Topper's house, North London's most popular suicide spot, and 4 strangers are about to discover that doing away with yourself isn't quite the private act they had expected. What I remember hearing of it, I think it's about 4 people who meet on a bridge who are going to kill themselves, and then they don't, and you see how they affect each other's lives after that. Never read it, so if you read it before, let me know what you think of it, because I really don't know much about it. I just thought the cover was pretty, and I recognize the author's name, so good enough for me. Next one I picked up was Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire. I've seen the movie before, and despite the fact that I really can't stand Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt, I actually really enjoyed it just because I thought the storyline was really good. So I'm hoping the book is, just as good or better, which I'm sure it is. And then the last one is a beautiful copy of James Joyce's Dubliners and the portrait of the artist as a young man. It's one of the pretty classic editions, and it was only $10. One more from there, sorry. And the next one is Major Pettigrew's Last Stand. I'm not going to lie, I just picked this up because it had teacups on the cover. It was really pretty. But apparently it's about an older couple who meet and fall in love, and I kind of like that viewpoint because it's different, because you don't read a lot of books that are about older people, and I think the last book that I read that had that kind of viewpoint was probably Water for Elephants, and I really enjoyed that, so I'm hoping this one's just as good. So I recently moved, and there's a used bookstore around the corner from my house that I checked out this week. I didn't get much time to look around with it because I was with a friend who wasn't really into the whole bookstore thing, and it's like, it reminds me of Shakespeare and Company, like obviously not as large and beautiful as Shakespeare and Company, but it's just stacks and stacks of books and heaps piled in corners, like with almost no organization at all. Like you would need hours to go through it and really dig for books, which I'm hoping to get a chance to do maybe this Friday coming up. But I did manage to find a corner that was kind of crammed with classics, and so I just grabbed a few while I was there, and I grabbed Summer by Edith Wharton. Another one that I just recognized the author, heard her name floating around. I know it's kind of a classic, but I hadn't read any of her work yet, and I hear this one's pretty racy. I think I'm going to keep it as maybe a summer read. The next one is Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway. I've only read The Lighthouse by her so far, so I thought I'd pick that one up and give it a try. The next one is The Waves by Virginia Woolf. It's a super old, kind of beat-up looking copy, but I only paid $4 for it. Yeah, it was printed in 1931. Don't know much about this one except for the fact that it follows 6 children's lives from birth until death, so that sounded interesting. Okay, so the last book I found, which I was so excited for, is The Selected Poems of the Bronte Sisters. I love Wuthering Heights, and Jane Eyre is my favorite book ever. And I wasn't really aware that they wrote poetry. I guess it's kind of a given. I've just never really looked for it. So I was really excited to find this because it has poems by Emily, Charlotte, and Anne. And then inside of it, there was a piece of sheet music written by one of the sisters, and then these 2 postcards. This one's of Charlotte, and this one's of Emily. None of Anne, she's always left out. Poor Anne. And yeah, I only paid $3 for it. It's originally from the Bronte Parsonage Museum, I'm assuming by that little sticker there. Not sure why someone would go to the museum, buy the book, and all the other stuff, and then just get rid of it all, but it worked for me because I only paid $3 for it. And that's it for my merch book haul. The warmer weather's coming, and I go to a lot of antique shows and flea markets and that type of thing in the summer, which is great for finding used books. So I'll probably have another one coming up, if not next month, then definitely the month after. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.